And then we have these biggest clowns, I'm telling you, in DC right now that it's so focused on this narrative of impeaching him and not riding the coattails of this economy and trying to spin it off that does it better for their favor. I mean, for crying out loud, they're having freaking Schiff and who's the other person? He's a congressman here, fat guy. Nader, there you go.
Oh, Nader. Nader.
He's a fat guy. He's just drooping with extra skin at this point.
Oh boy.
They're the ones being the helms of they're managing the whole trial when it comes to Senate. I mean, these guys failed. They flopped on this hearing.
Right.
It only went through because the majority of the House is Democrat. So that's why they kind of look strong. But to have them as a manager, I'm like, what's the purpose of winning then?
Yeah.
You guys are not going to win taking that route. You're sending the clowns to the Senate, and they're going to look even more ridiculous.
They know it's going to lose. Just they don't have the numbers. And additionally, even, again, the whatever crimes themselves that even happened, and that's the issue, is it impeachable? And I think you can make a legal argument that it isn't impeachable, even if everything comes out to be true.
I mean, look what's happening with Giuliani's people.
Also Parnas, moving on to Parnas went on MSNBC the very same week. It's like so much stuff was happening.
Right at the Rachel Maddow show. I mean, this is the same lady that was freaking out over having Trump's income taxes, and it was from 2012, basically proving that he does pay his taxes.
Well, not just that. I mean, she was the one that was propagating the whole Russia thing. MSNBC was really the force that was like, Russia.
All this credibility that she has been a downward spiral since Trump has been elected.
Well, she got. I mean, that's the thing. People are such sheep because she's still getting crazy amounts of ratings. She got like 4-point-something million viewers.
She's probably the only one, though, honestly.
Well, MSNBC and CNN have both been losing viewers,
constantly.
But this one was kind of a steroid injection. The Parnas,
of course,
situation.
Because now he's going around saying. He's crying over to different networks that he felt
he was on he went to CNN right after.
Basically felt like his family. He literally said, quoted, "I feel like my family left me." Like, what kind of Marsha Brady Bunch moment is this? Like, are you kidding me? You want me to take you serious?
I mean, Parnas he seems genuine when he is in the interviews. He doesn't seem like he's lying. He is a big Trump admirer.
Yeah, but he's also a proven liar too. So.
But then, I would say he's like, yes, he is a liar. That's what part of the reason why he's getting convicted, because he lied about the situation. But at that time, I think he is believable just based on the interviews.
He has good acting skills. That's how you do it.
I mean, there's pictures of him everywhere with Trump, and
that's fine.
I'm
friends with a lot of people who are liars.
The charges that he's making is that Trump knew the entire time that the whole situation was,
and he also has a record of being a liar. So I don't know, man. But the White House is even like...
But he was lying for Trump. That's the problem. That's what he was getting... And he's been working... And that's the problem with Trump. And I've always said this before. He'll say something, and then when he's proven absolutely wrong, he triples down on it. And now he's tripling down in this idea that, like, I didn't know this guy, and it's like...
I didn't know this guy.
But
we take pictures. I take pictures with a lot of people I don't remember.
But there's so much evidence. I mean, he has text messages. He has videos that he's presented.
Not with Trump?
With Trump.
Text messages with Trump?
Videos with Trump. Right, I like videos where Trump is like, hey,
yeah, you're good people. What's your name again? You're good people.
No, but remember when Biden was being attacked? And then that was the whole thing.
But that's a whole different
story. How is it different? The Burisma thing, everyone was like, I never smoked with Burisma, and he's out as a picture golfing with him.
No, that's different.
No, it's the same exact thing. It's even worse.
I was talking about the foreign council meeting. That's what I thought you meant. Like when he literally admitted that he did freaking make pressure to the Ukraine government.
Ukraine. No. I was talking about how the Burisma CEOs and whatnot. Right, that he was like, I don't know him, and then all of a sudden Trump posted that photo.
Like I said. Like I said, even though, look, Trump really took advantage of that photo. Remember when he did that whole Nickelback thing?
Yeah, that's what photograph. You had to take it down because I think it was like copyright infringement of the song. But it was hilarious.
But Nickelback are ignorant because I would have took advantage of that. You know their sales freaking
did it go up because of that?
It was number 1 in iTunes for like 2-3 days.
No, get out. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Copyright.
No, but yeah, so I think it's a similar situation, and like Trump, he doubles and triples down whenever he says something, and he said, I don't know this guy, and he just he could have defended him and says, oh well, you know what? Yes, I was acquainted with him, but he could.
Well, that's something that is part of Trump's marketing.
It's one of his flaws. He never admits when he's wrong.
And
hiring Giuliani, like, oh gosh, why did he hire Giuliani? What a mistake that was.
No, I disagree because they always had a strong partnership, especially during the times of when 9/11 hit. They had a strong relationship there. Like when it came to 9/11, Trump was one of the first people providing shelters. I remember it was like BMCC, and then there was a Trump building by Wall Street as well. That was a location area where the first responders were treating people. And people, again, like I said, I know this stuff because, you know, you just read.
Right.
So this relationship has been ongoing. I mean, there's that infamous video of freaking Giuliani dressed as a tranny.
Dressed as a woman, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Not PC, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Him dressed up as a woman, and Donald Trump's like kissing him on the cheek. Like, ooh, you smell so beautiful. But yeah, like,
no, they're good friends, but I think
look, at the end of the day, it was a bad call on him. However, I'm not shocked that he considered hiring him because of the relationship. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I just think Giuliani he should have walked away from politics.
He shot himself in the foot.
Could have been the hero mayor of New York during 9/11, but he didn't. He kept staying in politics. Then he got hired by Trump. And he's a dirty guy.
Batman quotes here, brother man? Live long to see yourself as a villain, or no? What was it like?
Something about you either die as a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
I don't know. Well, I ain't dying anytime soon. So.
I mean, that's pretty. I feel like that's exactly what happened with Giuliani because I mean, Parnas is his dude and. Interesting enough, and he's even made threats against Trump because there was rumors last year that Trump was going to throw him under the bus.
Who, Giuliani?
Yeah,
I remember reading that.
And he made threats against Trump. He said, "Look, if Trump throws me under the bus, I got insurance on him." It's like, what does that mean? What do you mean you have insurance?
I mean, define insurance because we learned a lot about him. Even you can think about the worst of the worst, and that guy actually overcome that. So.
Yeah.
What's worse than this? I mean, he had a child enslavement.
I don't know. Well, Trump hasn't thrown him under the bus, and last year it came pretty close to Trump doing it. And he's thrown everybody under the bus so far. It's
true. I mean,
and so who knows? Maybe they both have something on each other.
To be honest, Giuliani is a bigger caliber compared to other folks. Like Omarosa, I'm thinking about Omarosa. What the Mooch is a joke. That dude is such a joke. Remember? Anthony,
Sarmucci. Yeah, of course.
And I met the guy. He's a great guy, great personality, but he's full of shit.
Yeah. And not as bad as Avenatti. Avenatti's garbage. That guy is nonsense. That's trash.
Trash.
I'll take Sarmucci over Avenatti any day, man.
Yeah, but let's continue on. What else? Like now,
the GAO, that came out the same day too.
Yeah, which is. Look, how are people not thinking this is coordinated, though?
Oh, I think it is definitely coordinated.
If we were taking it serious, we would take the GAO when they reported on the Obama administration for doing way more things that were unconstitutional. Yeah. So if we're going to take this one that came out serious, let's question about the other previous administrations that the GAO has reported it constantly. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
No, I think that's the problem, right? Is because it's so everything is so partisan. Yeah. I definitely think that this was not a coincidence that it was released the same week. I mean, every organization has its biases, and I'm sure somebody within the GAO was like, "Let's announce this right the same week as
Yeah, man, it's gonna go great."
I mean, look, I have no evidence of that, but it's all of this coming out in the same week. Parnas coming out the same week, and GAO coming out the same week. The same week as the Senate.
Falling for
the Senate indictment articles being sent in. Like, but that's the thing is like how much is the coordination actually happening, and I feel like.
It's just it's a coincidence for sure.
It's not. I know what I'm saying is that I don't think it is a coincidence. I think there are because establishment Democrats and establishment Republicans have always had it out for Trump. That's something that they see eye to eye on. Neither of them like Trump. Well, and so there's no doubt in my mind. There's some people in government that are like, let's do this together.
I mean, Ken Starr's a part of it.
Yeah, moving on to his defense team, Ken Starr and
Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz, which Alan Dershowitz is a known Democrat. Like, I mean, he has a balance within the force in this team. Mm-hmm. And Dershowitz being a part of it, even though he was a well-known anti-Trumper, he's going to show up there and really defend the Constitution at the end of the day. Because he's mentioned it, or Obama's Homeland Security has mentioned it, that what the actions that he took were qualified as, part of the executive branch.
Right. Well, the GAO is arguing that's why the GAO was important because they're arguing the complete opposite. They're saying that the funds being withheld was illegal. And what Parnas is adding to that, he's adding to that Trump knew Trump's goal to withhold it. The reason he withheld it was because he wanted to pressure Zelensky to investigate Biden.
Sounds like 4D chess right there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, to me, that's morally bankrupt. I think that's corruption. But I don't know if it's something that's impeachable, unfortunately. Because to me, I feel like
I said this like in the first week of the show, bro. Like
Yeah.
this is peanuts compared to like real corruption, like legit real corruption.
no, I think it's up there. It's up there. I mean, pressuring pressure. First of all, you're pressuring a foreign country to investigate a political rival.
Yeah, but at the same time, the president is constantly the president of Ukraine is like, this is nothing. This was
I think he of course he would have to say that. Otherwise, he would become, the United States would become his enemy because the Trump administration is in power. His hands are tied. I mean, I completely understand why Zelensky would say like, "Oh yeah, I agree with that. He didn't pressure me.
I like Trump, but yeah, no problem."
Because I mean, he's missing out hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think it's understandable. Yeah, because according to Parnas,
we should seriously talk about the way we fund other countries. I think that should be a topic that should be discussed. Oh, absolutely. Moving forward, absolutely. I feel like there's a lot of money that we're going to different countries and not going into our own communities. I mean, I was reading that we give like billions of dollars actually to Iran and Iraq, which is funny enough because, they have flags saying death to America every other day. They're killing their own citizens when it comes to protesting.
Yeah.
Protesting to the point that the president of the United States literally had to post tweets saying, can you chill when it comes to killing your own protesters? I have protesters. You don't see me shooting them down. Like,
well, I mean, that's the thing. So what do you propose that we do about that?
Let them protest. I mean, coming from an American standpoint, we do believe in freedom of speech.
Of course, we can support them,
that's
morally.
Where he's coming from. And that's where I thought I liked the tweet. Because you have to, personally, I think we should be all Americans. Like, whatever country you're from, goodbye. But yeah, support their freedom of rights, and I don't know, it just makes them seem like they just don't seem they have their shit together when you see stuff like that.
The other countries?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, Ukraine was a well-known country to have tons of corruption.
Yeah.
Which again goes against Trump because the whole thing with it was that because originally the original narrative was that like he withheld the funds because there's so much corruption in Ukraine. But yet that was a counter argument. It's like there's so much corruption, yet the only thing he could talk to Zelensky about was about Biden.
Yeah, but yet that was documented that the Obama administration was looking into it too. So.
And that's what I'm saying. There's actually nothing wrong with that. The issue again was that he withheld the funds because they would not do an investigation.
But here's the thing.
Which is illegal.
It's one of those like illegal stuff.
But again, is it impeachable?
Is it impeachable?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I think it's it's like an NFL fine. Like you were in the middle of the playing grounds. Throw a flag. Pay $100 million.
Because I think Trump is not a politician. He doesn't understand political decorum, and Giuliani does. And that's why it was so disappointing that happened.
Yeah.
And Giuliani, when he went to Ukraine, according to Parnas, Giuliani specifically made it that he represented, he did not represent the United States of America. He was representing Donald Trump, the citizen. He was very specific about that. And the reason Giuliani did that was because he's a lawyer and he knows. Like, he doesn't want to get in trouble. He doesn't want to seem, he doesn't want to seem as corrupt because it's like, I'm representing Trump. I'm not representing the U.S. government.
Okay.
So that way it's not illegal if he's representing Trump. It's illegal if he's withholding the funds because of the government.
All right.
Dershowitz, conspiracy guys are going to have a field day.
Oh, of course they're going to have
because of the things all released in 1 week.
Yeah, of course.
That's coordinated. I'm leaning towards that's coordinated for sure. And Dershowitz being hired, Dershowitz who has connections to Epstein.
Oh man, look. I don't want to personally.
Why is Trump hiring him? I don't understand why he's hiring this guy.
Because it's probably the only folks that he can make a vocal opinion about. Because this is a Democrat coming in. Look, there's no other really Democrats.
A Democrat who was hanging and chilling with Epstein.
Yeah, so who
got a massage at it? Who has?
And this is the same equivalent.
Under testimony.
This is the same equivalent of people saying I love Hillary Clinton, even though she knew that freaking Weinstein was fucking molesting women constantly. So
or Oprah, you mean?
No, and Oprah.
Oprah, that's her BFS, man. Her and Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. So, look, it's like
but the thing is, he was under oath, under testimony, saying that he hung out with Epstein, even got a massage from Epstein in his house. With underage girls there. He claimed there was no underage. He didn't see any underage girls. But somebody else testified that...
I don't know. I don't want to get involved.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. This guy is so connected
let's
to
just end
Epstein.
it with, like, a connection with Epstein makes it fishy. That's it. That's it. I personally don't want to go into it.
Who is advising Trump? Like, somebody should tell him, like, dude, this guy's going to Epstein.
Advising Trump?
Don't hire him.
Trump?
Dude, it's just like, But it is, I mean, I guess he could see it as like, well, he's a Democrat, and look, he can shove him to the podium.
Show
like,
balance within the force. Look, I have
the balance within the force. I like that one. That's a good one.
You know me and my Star Wars. I love the Star Wars. I love Obi-Wan Kenobi. They're the best. I love them. But yeah, it just shows. Look, I have these well-known Democrats who are part of your establishment, basically saying, "I'm good."
Yeah.
And look at these Republicans saying, "I'm good. You're looking wild, stupid. 2020 is my year. Back off, Democrats. Have a seat. Sit down and be humble."
The C tiers are having a field day.